Shalom, Yashrali Yahawada. Brother Malak back with the biblical breakdown. This one, gods and goddesses. Gods and goddesses. Near future kingdom. Near future kingdom. I'll start it off with prophecy or scroll. Job 14:14. It says, if a man die, shall he live again? All the days of my appointed time will I wait till my change come. So Job knew he was going to live again. Not only did Job know that, Job also knew that he will live again. And in the manifestation of that new living, he would be changed. He would be a God. And we are gods. Small g, we are the gods. Job 14:14, if a man dies, shall he live again? All the days of my appointed time will I wait till my change come. And this is part of the covenant. Jacob, that Jacob will, be gods, in which we already show forth some of that anyway. When you look at sports, the athletes, when you look at the different talents and gifts that Jake possess. Some of that stuff that we possess, we didn't have to work on. It was already there. You see. But let's grab Psalms 82. Psalms chapter 82, verse 6. It says, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High. I mean, we have to be gods then, right? We're the children. Our Father is God, is Yahweh. He's a power, a super mighty power. So why wouldn't his kids, his children, be super mighty powers? And right now on this side, in our lowest state, we're still gods. We still show God-like abilities, God-like talents and gifts, even in our lowest state. And when I say lowest state, I mean, in our lowest state. It's just what it means. Because right now, the house of Judah and the house of Israel are still cast off in the lands of exile. But even with that being stated and said, we still show forth our God-like talents, gifts, abilities, skills, and whatnot. And some of that stuff that Jacob possessed, that Israel possessed, we didn't even work on. It's just naturally talented, naturally gifted. But then again, you have to think, our forefather fought an angel. So yeah, we the ones for real. We those ones for real. Jacob fought an angel. So it is what it is. But let's grab some more prophecy. 1 Corinthians, but that time will come where we will really be what we were always destined to be, and that's God's for real. And it's not going to be done by artificial intelligence, artificial flavors, artificial colors, what this devil loves to do. He likes to use his artificial intelligence and his little technology that Yahweh has given him to achieve such superiority or levels. 1 Corinthians 15:51. It says, behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all die. That's what sleep means, but we shall all be changed. Remember, Job said he's going to be changed at his appointed time. When his appointed time comes, Job 14:14, 1 Corinthians 15:52, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, split second, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. And that's what we're going to get in the near future. You know, these two major prophecies that's lingering, this beast system, where this devil forces everyone to be hand scanned and brain scanned. And then World War III. These really the last two major prophecies that's lingering. And before the great judgment of Hamashiach Yahawashai, and before we in the midst of that get beamed up and changed to God's in a split second. See, but this goes into that new covenant. This is all within that new covenant. It says 1 Corinthians 15:54, so when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is thy sting? And why do we die? Why is death? Or why do humans experience death? Because of sin, iniquity. But the Israelites will no longer experience that. That's all inside the new covenant. That's all in that new covenant. Romans, you know what, I don't go with 1 Thessalonians. We go with 1 Thessalonians. It says, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds. And these clouds, this is what these devils call UFOs or UAPs. I call them AFOs, angelic flying objects. That's what they are, AFOs. So when we get caught up in the AFOs, the clouds, the chariots, the angelic flying objects, to meet Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai in the air. And so shall we ever be with Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Because when you read Acts 1:9, Yahushai also was beamed up into an AFO, angelic flying object. So that's what's going to happen to us in the midst of, we believe during World War III, where the nuclear missiles all come and hit America. The elect is going to be beamed up in a split second, like I said, in the twinkling of an eye. And it tells you how it's going to take place in this prophecy, in this scroll, 1 Thessalonians 4:17. Then we which are alive, you know, we're alive. Well, first let's go to 16, because it tells you those that died in this work, in this ministry, and believing and having faith. It says 1 Thessalonians 4:16, for Yahweh himself shall descend. So he's going to descend out of the heavens with the shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of Yahweh, and the dead, so those that died in this work, knowing this work, living this work, preaching, teaching this work, believing it, faith in this work, they're going to rise from the graves, just as the saints in the past times rose. The same way, it tells you that when Yahushua, when he was crucified, how the saints rose out of the grave with him when he was beamed up into the the cloud, according to Acts 1:9. When you think about it, when I think about it. So prophecy, prophecy, prophecy. First, it says, "For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of Yahweh, and the dead and Hamashiach shall rise first." It says, "Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them," and the AFOs, the angelic flying objects, as I call them, the clouds, the chariots, to meet Yahweh in the air, and so shall we ever be with Yahweh. And in that moment, in that twinkling of an eye, according to 1 Corinthians 15:51 on down, that's when we're going to be changed to gods. We are already like gods in our lowest state, but we're going to be even more gods, super gods in our high, in our highest state. And when I say in our low, like we're gods in our lowest state, I mean the different things that we already can do now. Like we're the salt of the earth now. We're the biggest influence on the earth now. When you look at sports and entertainment and fashion, and let's even knock those out the way. When you look at, like I said in prior lessons, when it comes to certain creations, all of the creations that the Israelites created during slavery, that just shows you the intelligence of the gods. Then the only thing the Edomite created was the damn patent office. At least at that time, it was the patent office, stealing and taking everybody's, well, the Israelites' inventions. And still to this day, no reparations and compensation. To this day, no reparations and compensation. So that's what I mean when I say we're still even gods in our lowest state. But these prophecies point to, when we really become, when that covenant, because we're like in the midst of the new covenant. We're not yet in the new covenant, but we're like in the midst of the new covenant. Well, the elders, they say between the old and the new covenant. But you can say we're not really into the covenant until we are changed. And that is Jeremiah 31:31. Let's grab Jeremiah 31:31. Jeremiah 31:31. It says, "In those days they shall say no more, the fathers have eaten a sour grape, and the children's teeth are set on edge. But every one shall die for his own iniquity. Every man that eateth the sour grape, his teeth shall be set on edge. Behold, the days come, said Yahweh, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah." He didn't say nothing about the house of Esau, the house of Ishmael, the house of Ammon, the house of Moab, the house of Ham, the house of Japheth. He said the house of Israel, and with the house of Judah, he's going to make a new covenant with. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, specifically Moses' era, in the time of Egypt, in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them up out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they broke. And that's how we ended up in the exiles today, over and over breaking the covenant. Although I was a husband unto them, said Yahweh, but this shall be the covenant, the new covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, said Yahweh, I will put my laws in their inward parts. So he's gonna basically turn us into a machine. When you think about it, we're gonna have the laws and commandments and righteousness put in us, already wired within us like a machine, so we will never go off again. I will put my laws in their inward parts and write it in their minds, their hearts, and I will be their God, their power, and they shall be my people. So that's going into all of these becoming a God precepts, if you will. And this is how we're going to become that. Perfection. It tells you that the creature was subject to vanity, not willingly, but of him that created them. We had to basically know what evil was and what how evil is and how evil feels and what evil is and what evil was. And then, from there on out, we are never going to, learn it again. We're going to be righteous, perfection. The creature will reach perfection. And these devils, they're trying to do that by artificial intelligence, artificial ways. You see, you know, do you hear? Can you conceive? 1 Corinthians, let's grab, let's bring it back. 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 51 again. Double back on it. So this is the plight. This is the plight. This is why your road, if you will, your road to the kingdom is so important, because you have the promises waiting on you. 1 Corinthians 15:51. Behold, I show you a mystery. We should not all sleep. That sleep means die, but we should all be changed. That changed. Jeremiah 31:31, Hebrews 8:8, Ezekiel 25:26. That's going to be the new covenant, and everything that's in it. It's going to be put into us, like it says in Jeremiah 31:33. We would no longer go off again, because he's gonna wire us to be perfected. We're going to be wired to perfection. Our default setting is going to be perfection. Our default setting is going to be perfection. Super gods. 1 Corinthians 15:51. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, split second. And all of this is going to happen by the way of being beamed up into the clouds. The AFOs, as I call them, angelic flying objects. The angels, those angelic vehicles. We're going to be beamed up in those vehicles. As soon as we're getting beamed up by that light, beamed up in a split second, in the moment of a twinkling of an eye, that's when we're going to be changed. Remember, it says that flesh cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven. It's going into this body, this flesh here, because it's wicked. Let's just call a spade a spade. No, it has imperfections. So it's another thing, or another reason why we, the apostles, the scholars, we are diligent in our work, the ministry. But even then, we have been given them the wisdom and so much depth within this wisdom that this was always destiny anyway. The elect were always predestined for this. The elect was already predestined for this. 1 Corinthians 15:52, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, basically a split second, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible. So everyone that died in this walk, this ministry, with this knowledge, with this faith, belief, they're going to be changed as well. For this corruptible must be put, salak, for this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. And how are we going to achieve immortality? By the new covenant, where the laws and the statutes and the commandments and the ways of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is going to be put in our inward parts. We're going to be, our default setting is going to be perfection. It says, so when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall he be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? And that's the thing, because the Israelites were never created to die. We were never created to, the Israelites were never supposed to be created to die. The Israelites. And I believe, you know what? And thinking of that, I'm gonna figure out. Well, that's because it's part of the covenant. That's what the new That's what the covenant entails. The covenant entails immortality. Just like Esau, he got his piece of the covenant on this side. The fatness of the land, ruling by the sword, having the world, fatness of the land, ruling by the sword, and all of the nations in subjection or subjugated for this little time that Yahweh has given him. That was his piece of the pie. And I chiefly believe the piece of the pie for Israel was immortality and, forever rulership and the fatness of the earth and everything else that comes with it. So as I say that, I think about, why you may think or say to yourself, why is Israel the only nation that's going to have immortality? Because that's part of the covenant. That's in the covenant. That's in the covenant. And I will definitely do more research and studying on that because I find that interesting now that I said it. It says, but this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said Yahweh. I will put my laws in their inward parts and write it in their hearts. Well, that's why. Because if the laws and the statutes and commandments are written in our inward parts, that means we will no longer sin. Why do humans die? Why do humans die? Because of iniquity, because of sin. So Yahweh just answered my doubt right here. Just that second. That's just how the spirit works. So that's why the house of Israel, the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, this is why you're not going to die in the future kingdom, because the laws and statutes are going to be written in your inward parts. He doesn't talk about no other nation having the laws and statutes and commandments written in their inward parts or in their spirits. This covenant is for the house of Israel, the house of Judah. So this is why we will have immortality. And that's just answering, that's just another secret revealed to you, for you Gentiles that say to yourselves, why is Israel only getting the immortality? Because the covenant comes within the covenant. And not only that, if you have the laws and commandments and statutes in your inward parts and in your spirit, then you will no longer sin. Sin is the reason why we die. So there you go. Yahweh just answered all of that. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, the water, Yahweh, the water. So that's why that's going to be the way it's going to be. And let's grab another witness. That's Jeremiah 31:33. Really, Jeremiah 31:33 really answers it. But then you have Hebrews 8:8. Then you have Ezekiel 35 or 25:26 also that speaks of this covenant and the laws and statutes being in our inward parts. The house of Israel and the house of Judah getting that. So every nation has their portion, man. Every nation has gotten their portion. Every nation has gotten their portion. But back to it. Gods, man. John 10:34. This is why we're going to be even more gods in the kingdom, the near kingdom to come. John 10:34. It says, Yahweh Shai answered them, is it not written in your law? Basically with Moses, I just brought it up in Psalms 82. I said, ye are gods. If he called them gods, and to whom the word of Yahweh came, and the scripture cannot be broken. So not only are we gods, but these words that we bring out is for the gods, it's for us, the house of Israel and the house of Judah. And this is another reason why these nations despise and envy the house of Judah and the house of Israel. Chiefly the bankers, the Amalekites, Amalek. Because they got their little wizards that read our scrolls and read our scriptures as well. They got their little lapdogs that go into the prophecies as well. You know, the children of this world are wiser than Daniel. The children of this world are wiser than Daniel, and that's going into the heathens. The heathens of this world are wiser than Daniel. Daniel was an Israelite prophet. A major Israelite prophet. The heathens of this world are wiser than Daniel. So they know, they read the prophecies as well. And that's what's coming for the house of Judah and Israel. Immortality. The laws and statutes being written, coded within us. No more imperfection, all perfection. Our default setting, perfection. So that there is going to manifest us to be gods. Gods. And this is why we hasten that. We hasten to be gods, man. We hasten to get what is rightfully ours. Not only rightfully ours, but is righteously ours. Psalms 82:6. It says, I have said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. It's just that simple. Let's grab Romans 9:4. Romans 9:4. Romans 9:4 says, who are Israelites, to who pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenant and the giving of the law and the service of Yahweh and the promises. Whose are the fathers, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and the 12 tribes, the 12 sons, and of whom as concerning the flesh Hamashiach came, who is over all Yahweh blessed forever. Amen. So that's what it is, man. Who are Israelites, to what pertain of the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of Yahweh and the promises. Let's grab 1 Peter chapter 2, 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that you should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into this marvelous light. And this is why this is why Esau makes these movies, specifically Marvel, DC, Comic-Con, and even to the other heathens, Ammon and Moab. This is why they make their animes. And we definitely watch them. You know, the house of Judah, the house of Israel, we definitely watch them because our spirit, it identifies with these arts, because it's us, it's in us, it's our story. Not only is it our story, it's our destiny. You think about animes like Naruto and Dragon Ball and One Piece and et cetera, et cetera. And then you think about the Marvel movies, DC and Marvel and Hulk and Iron Man and Spider-Man and Wolverine and Deadpool and everything else, et cetera, et cetera. It's that story is our story. We're going to be the gods. We are going to be the gods, man. That's our story. That's what's inside the covenant. That's written in the covenant. That is the future covenant. It says Jeremiah 31:33, but this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. That's Jacob. Jacob is Israel. Israel is Jacob. Jacob has two houses within it, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, and Judah and Israel. It says, after those days, said Yahweh, I will put my law in the inward parts. I will write it in their spirits and will be their power, and they shall be my people. So that's how we're going to have that immortality, being God's and whatnot. So it all makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. Job 14:14. Again, if a man die, shall he live again? All the days of my appointed time will I wait till my change come. And who are those men that's going to, get first dibs, basically? Who are those men that's going to get first dibs on that God status? It's the elect. You see, the spirit of Yahweh has risen upon us. The spirit of Yahweh has opened the books, the scrolls unto us. So now we can open the books and scrolls unto you, the house of Judah, house of Israel, and you Gentiles and heathens that's listening, you agents and lapdogs. So basically the whole world can get the secrets now, because the secrets is revealed unto the prophets, the scholars, the apostles. Revelation 7:4. But these are going to be the spirits that get first dibs on that God-like power. Well, I wouldn't even say God-like. They're going to be gods. Revelation 7:4 says, and I heard the number of them which were sealed. And there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel, Jacob. So these are the gods, Revelation 7:4. These are the kings and priests and the gods. 1 Corinthians 15:51-54. These are those that's going to be beamed up in the chariots, beamed up in the clouds, the spaceships, in a split second, in a twinkling of an eye, to be turned to God's almighty power, almighty rulership, righteously done, perfectly done, with Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai leading the way and right behind us. Was that oxymoronic? Right behind us and leading the way. You could only lead if you're in front. I think that was oxymoronic. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is going to be behind us and leading the way. Revelation 7:4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 in all of the tribes of the children of Israel. Of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12K. Of the tribe of Reuben were sealed 12K. Of the tribe of Gad were sealed 12K. Of the tribe of Asher were sealed 12K. Of the tribe of Naphtali were sealed 12K. Of the tribe of Manasseh were sealed 12K. Of the tribe of Simeon were sealed 12K. Of the tribe of Levi were sealed 12K. Of the tribe of Issachar were sealed 12K. Out of the tribe of Zebulun were sealed 12K. And it's not K, it's 1,000, but 1,000, K, 1,000. Of the tribe of Joseph were sealed 12,000 K. Of the tribe of Benjamin were sealed 12,000, 12K. So we are the gods. And Yahweh willing, we are those hopeful elect, those men, the elect, and we have to be those men and those men and women, and as far as the 1/3 go. But the elect, the governing body that's going to be with Yahweh Shai Mashiach, that's going to be co-parts and co-heirs. We have to be those men because we know the doctrines. We have the mysteries. We understand the scriptures and the scrolls, and it's talking about us, and this is our story, our book. And and not only do the children of this world have more wisdom than Daniel, but the Israelites, we have more wisdom than Daniel too. We have the wisdom. It tells you this is prophecy. It says, I believe that's in Daniel, where it says that the angel shall open up the book. In the times, in those latter times, knowledge shall be increased. Wisdom and knowledge shall be increased. Roughly paraphrased, but I believe that's in Daniel. But we're living in that. We're the living epitome of that right now. So All of those tribes are from the house of Judah and the house of Israel. So that's that covenant when you lock it all together, man. Precept upon precept, line upon line. The gods, we are the gods. America is going to be destroyed. It is Babylon. This place is Mystery Babylon. This is Babylon. Israel is going to be destroyed. Where those heathens are over, or where those heathens dwell right now, defiling the place. And those that's, and us that's here in America, the only way we getting up out of here, I mean, you can get your passport and leave, but that doesn't grant you salvation. That doesn't grant you salvation. But those Israelites that's going to be, beamed up out of America before the missiles, the World War III missiles, they are going to be the elect. And they're going to be beamed up into the clouds by the way of spiritual biblical prophecy. With that, I'm going to say, Kol halam la Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai, Tawada Yahweh, Tawada Yahushai. Gods, I have said ye are gods. I have said ye are gods. The Israelites.